Farage and Reform did a live stream earlier today where they effectively said they're going to be putting Reform on what they call I quote, war footing with regard to a general election. Start talking about shadow cabinets, start talking about positions, start talking about what's going to happen next, effectively ending Starmer in one fell swoop on live TV. Now, I want to play a couple of excerpts from that particular broadcast, and we'll go through them together. Here is the first one.
Thank you, Catherine Ford to GB News. Obviously, chaos in Downing Street, the Prime Minister's position very precarious. You talked about the national interest. What do you think the Prime Minister should do in the national interest? Should he resign now or in the coming weeks? And when you said about something much worse could replace him, could you elaborate on that?
Yes. Look, if a Prime Minister loses credibility, can't command the House of Commons, can't command his own party, doesn't have respect internationally, then it's not in the national interest for him or her to stay. So I think that he should resign, and I think that he will, before very long, resign.
Now that's a very good summation right there. Can't command the House of Commons, no respect internationally. All of the scandals that have come out over the course of time, what you end up in a position is you have an inept government that can't govern. And we're heading to a situation again like we had with the Tory party beforehand, where it's just infighting, people resigning, telling the current leader he's got to go, he's no good, and all the rest of it. And you would call it in a normal company an untenable position, yet there he is. Call him Teflon or whatever else you want to call him, he's there. And of course, I suppose the frightening thing is, who would replace him? Angela Rayner? And we know the reason she ended up out on her ass. Ed Miliband, crazy Ed with all those wind farms. Shabama Mahmood. And you know my opinion, constitutionally, of that situation. Well, what about David Lammy? The point I'm trying to make is that the current government that we have in place is a complete and utter disaster. The number of U-turns, the amount of controversy that's come out doesn't bear thinking about, does it? I want to play this next clip from Farage, and I'll show you the tweet that goes with it first. And it's here, and it says, "We have to cut the welfare budget. Reform UK leader Nigel Farage says Britain is going bust and needs to start making money." Now, I have a bit of a problem with the welfare budget cuts because I believe they go too far. There's people in genuine need that get, well, shafted, for want of a better word, by the state. That is very, very clear to me. And they need that help. And when you listen to stuff like this, you think, oh, God. But in contrast, you can see the way the Labour Party are behaving. You can see what the Labour Party are throwing at here, there, and everything. And look at this. And you can see what a disaster they actually are. They've just got no idea whatsoever about budget, responsibility, or anything else. Let's have a listen.
But we have to start making money. The country is going bust. We're caught in a trap where there are many at work who would actually be better off on welfare. And we will have to cut the welfare budget. Not everybody will like it, but, you know, I'm sorry, but mild anxiety, I mean, after a heavy night out, I have mild anxiety. Well, let's say them before. But you can't go on the sick because you've got mild anxiety. But it is an attitudinal change that Britain needs. An attitudinal change to hard work rather than work-life balance. An
attitudinal change to work, an attitudinal change with regard to work-life balance, taking the piss out of people that suffer from anxiety. Do you know how crippling anxiety can be? I've seen it firsthand. Do you know how crippling mental illness can be? I've seen it firsthand. Suffered from it myself in the past. Do you know what an interruption all of these things have, and the fact that, you know, people may need the help? It does need to be done in a responsible way, but you can't tar everybody with the same brush and say, right, that's it. I get the whole incentivize people to work through the tax system, incentivize people to try and do something, but you'll end up in a situation where you'll end up with the working class who are getting victimized and used as a free ticket to, you know, justify the existence of a political party. And the point that he's trying to make really is that no matter which way you spin it, the Labour Party, like Labour parties in the past, have been completely reckless with their spending, their entitlements, what they give people, the sectors they give people and why they give them, and it just bankrupts the country. From that, he's absolutely right.
attitudinal change to the idea of working from home. People aren't more productive working at home. It's a load of nonsense. They're more productive being with other fellow human beings and working as part of a team. I want us to be the champions of Have a Go Britain. People setting up businesses, people having a go. They may succeed, they may not.
The problem we have at the moment, I mean, I mentioned the benefit system. Another problem with the Labour Party, they are very heavy-handed with regard to tax. Yes, they put up minimum wage. Yes, they look after workers' rights. Yes, they do many other things. Historically, not so much with the current Labour government we have. But if you increase the cost, if you increase the tax burden on the company, what happens? The company leaves the country and all the jobs go with it. So you end up in a complete disaster, basically.
But many will, and I'm pleased that Kevin Byrne, who was the founder of checkertrade.com, is going to be our mentor in helping us produce the right policies for millions more men and women to set up their own businesses and have a chance to make a big success of their lives. And I'm proud that we're going to do that. But the Whitehall class don't get it. The Westminster class don't get it. They don't understand hard work. They don't understand business. And we do.
That's it. I mean, Labour are very guilty of this. You have many. I mean, you look on the front bench. They're born into an environment. They go to university, Cambridge, Oxford, London School of Economics, the old Fabian institution, get a degree, end up in Parliament as an intern to somebody, or they go and be a local councillor somewhere, never done a decent day's job in their life, don't have any idea about what goes on behind the square mile, doesn't know the effect of their decisions on normal everyday working people, and it goes on. And they've no idea how to run a business. They've no idea how to feed and look after a family. They've no idea what it is to be us. Will Reform be any better at that? But, you know, very, very good points. Very good points. And if you look at that, and think about Starmer's career. I think it just got totaled on live TV. Absolutely. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share my stuff. I'll talk to you soon. Toodaloo.